High above the ground in Brazil, the fate of an endangered species depends on the fate of its endangered habitat.
A Mata Atlântica é dos biomas mais ameaçados do
The Atlantic
planeta.
rainforest is one of the planet's most threatened biomes. More than 90% of it was deforested and destroyed. What's left is fragmented and terrible for some species and the ecological balance.
Luis Paulo Ferraz works for the Golden Lion Tamarin Association, an organization aiming to protect at least 2,000 of the monkeys. He says the tiny primate faces an existential crisis.
No caso do mico-leão dourado, a situação é ainda mais
It's a
grave.
species that only lives in a very specific kind of forest in the state of Rio de Janeiro, a forest that is very hot, very steamy, and only 2% of that kind of forest is left.
Trees once covered these rolling grasslands, but widespread deforestation for settlements and energy resources destroyed the natural habitat for animals like the golden lion tamarin.
The stupidity and ignorance of humans has destroyed most of the trees and continues destroying them.
Maria Moraes is known locally as Dona Graça, or Miss Grace. She owns a nursery in the state of Rio de Janeiro, where she mixes soil, limestone, and clay to grow saplings from seeds of local trees.
So I'm trying. I can't do much, but I do what little I can to rescue those trees.
Workers carefully plant saplings like the ones Dona Graça grows at her nursery. While the golden lion makes its home in the trees make the area livable for others.
Usamos o mico-leão dourado como uma espécie.
We use the golden lion as an umbrella as we're trying to save the species. But we know there are benefits for other species, mainly humans, because it's better to live in a region with a preserved forest than live in a place where you only have asphalt.
For Dona Graça, preserving the disappearing ecosystem is just as much about preserving history.
The next generation must know these trees. Otherwise, they exist only in books. They will only stay in memories. If I could, I would rescue and plant all of them.
Brazil's Atlantic forest extends over 1 million square kilometers, and the World Wildlife Fund says only 7% remains. More than half of the tree species and 92% of the amphibians live nowhere else on Earth. Arash, Arabasadi, VOA News, Washington.